The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. When the Magi had departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Rise, take the child and his mother, flee to Egypt, and stay there until I tell you. Herod is going to search for the child to destroy him." Joseph rose and took the child and his mother by night and departed for Egypt. He stayed there until the death of Herod, that what the Lord had said through the prophet might be fulfilled, "Out of Egypt I called my son." When Herod had died, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, "Rise, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel, for those who sought the child's life are dead." He rose, took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. But when he had heard that Archelaus was ruling over Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go back there. And because he had been warned in a dream, he departed for the region of Galilee and went and dwelt in a town called Nazareth, so that what had been spoken through the prophets might be fulfilled. He shall be called a Nazarene. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
And today we celebrate the Feast of the Holy Family. It's usually the first or the Sunday within the octave of Christmas, but because Christmas is on a Sunday, it always gets kicked to the 30th, just so you know. It's a beautiful feast day, and we never go without celebrating. And the Holy Family is always set out as like the model of families, right? And the standard is high, albeit, but it's the model that families are to pattern, right? So we see a lot of goodness in them. I think what I'm kind of struck with is kind of what you might call like the hierarchy in the family. And hierarchy gets a bad rap, but it's this proper kind of due authority that doesn't necessarily put one person above the other, but that each have their particular roles within the context. This context is the family. So today, Joseph's role within the Holy Family is super highlighted. We see that in the gospel, how he had to make some bold decisions, right? And he was first in tune with the Lord. Like the Lord warned him in a dream, and he acted. He made decisions. He rose in the night, took the child and his wife, and headed out. Yeah, that's an authority, certainly out of service. But to say, no, it's time to go, let's go, And we think of that in other roles. We certainly see it in our Blessed Mother's life, that, when there were not just decisions to be made, but roles of motherhood that took priority over other means. So even when she was engaged, married, deal to Joseph, she still was obedient to God, and she still acted in that capacity. And Jesus, we see ultimately always acting obedient to the Father and Mother, we see that, but also the Father in heaven. So I guess just kind of highlighting this stuff, they're just this one big old happy family, I guess, a holy family. And the deal is hey, a father can't exist without a mother or a son. A son can't exist without a mother or a father. A mother can't exist without a father or a son. They're all necessary components, but they all have their role. Okay, so that's, I guess, in a sense, what I'm drawing out is they have their roles of authority that are subject to the proper hierarchy. And the proper hierarchy is God the Father. Okay, they're always in tune with the Father. Like Joseph, in tune with the Father, then he acted as a father. Mary, same. Jesus, we see it all the time. And then later in his life, when even our Blessed Mother comes to kind of question him, hey, why are you doing this? He's like, hey, whoever obeys the will of the Father is my mother, my brother, my sister. He's always pointing to the Father. So I guess we can learn a lot from the Holy Family, totally. But I think one of the greatest things is to be first subordinate, obedient to the Father in heaven. When we're in tune with Him, then we can act as our proper roles as son, father, mother, wherever we land. It's beautiful. They show us a lot, and they teach us a lot, and they intercede for us a lot. They're kind of like Mary and Joseph, kind of like our holy grandparents. So we honor them today, but we also learn from them. May we learn to be in tune to the Father's voice, and may then we, like them, be obedient and act in our proper roles in the family of God.